After seeing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle's stealthy disguises, punchy hand-to-hand combat, and the iconic whip in action, it's one adventure I need in my life. We got to see the upcoming adventure in a hands-off preview demo. Indiana Jones, of course, has brains as well as brawn. Alongside his classic whip, fedora, and handy revolver, the demo shows off his journal. According to director Jörg Gustafsson, this will be your guide throughout the entire adventure, and will become this book of memories for you from the beginning of the game to the end. As we encounter interesting relics or locations, we can also take pictures with a camera that can serve as clues, and provide hints about puzzles as we get swept up in a global conspiracy. I watch as Indy ventures beneath the Sphinx, where he puts all of his tools to use and encounters a puzzle that sees him line up mirrors to reflect lights in just the right way. There's a lot of interactivity with the environment throughout, with an earlier part of the demo showing how Indy can break down a wall with a nearby torch to reveal another clue. From using a lighter to navigate through the dark tomb, to finding important notes, and snapping a shot of an ancient mural, it works together to make this look every bit like an Indiana Jones adventure, and the more I see, the more excited I am. What is perhaps most exciting though is the fact that the Great Circle will present us with various ways to engage with the world, from taking a stealthy approach to cracking the whip in and out of combat, to picking up any object we find in the environment and using it to our advantage. In one instance, for example, the end of a nearby spade is used to land a concussive blow, while a spear in another location is thrown at the wall to become a makeshift latch for the whip. We want the players to really feel that they can take on different obstacles or challenges in many different ways, and stealth is definitely part of that, Gustafsson says. Something that we have been working on now for a long time, which can be a challenge when it comes to first person, is doing these very intense hand-to-hand fistfights. We've been putting a lot of effort into that, and of course with the whip, which adds another element to the combat in the game. Overall, all these tools and all of these different styles of gameplay will provide a mix for you to play around with and have fun with. In what Gustafsson describes as the biggest game we've ever made, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a mix of more linear areas and open spaces. And while there is a golden path to follow in the main story, there's a lot of extra side content and side missions. We'll have the freedom to choose and do things in the order you would like to do them, with plenty of opportunities to make discoveries and earn adventure points. Within the 30-minute demo I got to see, one of the highlights is undoubtedly when Indiana dresses up as a worker to infiltrate an enemy area. In a Hitman-like move, you can wear various disguises throughout the story to get into guarded locations undetected. I get to see how this worker guise lets him stroll right inside a tent where soldiers are meeting. One demands that Indy get him a drink, which presents the perfect opportunity to avoid suspicion as he heads into the back of the tent to get his hands on a medallion. I'm already curious to discover what other scenarios and outfits will be presented with as we go from location to location and progress through the adventure. I can't speak to how good it will all feel to play, but it certainly looks every bit the direct sequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark Machine Games is going for. I'm looking forward to trying out the whip and all the other tools that will be at our disposal when Indiana Jones and the Great Circle arrives. But more than that, I can't wait to swing into the adventure to discover if it really does feel like I've become the famous archaeologist.